What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and this is some more Red Orchestra 2, because quite a few of you guys seem to like this. And I don't mind giving something new and different at the time, another taste, even though, of course, I did play the snot out of this game when it was released. And then it got shelved for a very long time, but I got some splaining to do anyways, because my previous video, apparently, some people didn't quite understand what I was saying, and I can see why they did not quite understand what I was saying, because, quite frankly, it's sort of a very cryptic message. But look at this guy on your screen. He's just... what's he doing? Prone crawling. What a noob. Oh my god. Yeah, you ain't gonna hit anything. Come on. Come on. Get in the fight. You're Russian. Come on. Joseph Stalin would not be pleased right now. Okay, that's a random thought for the day. Hey, who said camping is realistic? Look at Russia in World War II. Anyways, at the end of my previous video, I said this game is a complete disappointment, and then I said go buy it. And I don't know if you guys just didn't quite follow what I was saying. For those of you guys who didn't quite understand what I was saying throughout that entire video, or if it's just kind of one of those things where it's sort of kind of hard to grasp because, well, basically you don't understand where the game is because you're probably not playing this game if I need to tell you to go buy it. But anyways, the reason this game is a disappointment boils down to basically the lack of realism, even in realism mode. Of course, this is supposed to be a realistic game. This is not supposed to be Battlefield. You know, this is a realistic game. I don't want bandages that I can just hit one button and, oh, that wound that I just got from that K98, that's just gone. I don't need to worry about that. I'm not bleeding. I'm not nothing. My aim is perfect as it was. That's just straight up, jacked up wrong. It's wrong. I like the idea of a bandage system, but as it's implemented, it's wrong. It's terrible. It's so stupid that you can get shot and then just duck around a corner, hit one button, 2 seconds later, back in the fight like nothing never happened. It's like if you thought regenerating health is a bad idea, this is one step further. And again, this is supposed to be a realistic game. That's not realistic. It's not. Tanks is another disappointment. They put a lot of effort into the tanks, so much so that they say that it takes them 3 times longer to create a Red Orchestra 2 tank over a Red Orchestra 1. And when you actually use a tank, you feel it because the interior is like fully modeled and there's transitions between places. And it's really amazing, but the problem is, going into the next problem with this game, the maps are really small. Very small, which means they don't cater to tanks. I think there's probably like 3 maps where there's actually tanks on there right now, and only one of them actually has tanks that get used, and that's because it's a tank-only map, but nobody plays the tank-only map because nobody wants to use the tanks in this game because they are only used on one freaking map. So no one cares. So nobody plays that map. And by the way, that map is pretty crappy, to be perfectly honest. Though I will say, just as another redeeming point, when I first played the beta, and I played on that map, that was only tanks. It's a wide open, snowy tank map, you know, as there should be, because obviously Eastern Front World War II, some of the largest tank battles ever took place, and you know, it's something that the game needs, and I want more of, to be perfectly honest, even though I don't like tanks. But you know, when you pop up out of that commander's hatch and you look over and you see, you know, 3 other T-34s rolling in with you, it's just like, yeah! And then the wheels just quickly fall off as you realize that the T-34 is still a complete dog, and the Panzer is superior in completely every regard, basically. But there is redemption available. Like I mentioned, the core is that good. I feel like I need to keep mentioning how good this game can easily become. Because the game can become pretty freaking good with just some really small changes. Another bad thing, stamina. You can just run way too far, way too long, and it really doesn't affect your aim. Still, but that's another thing. But the thing is, the reason I suggest you buy it if you're interested in this type of game, a realistic World War II first-person shooter, is because they are working on this still. They made a lot of changes. They've upgraded this game a lot since it released. This game was released way too early. I think we all know that, but it's being fixed already. And then on top of that, there's already a brand new map and a brand new official map. Of course, there is a couple of mod maps added by the community, but an official map that's in beta right now. Indications are really good from that map, supposedly. I haven't played it yet, but supposedly it's a much larger map, more in line of what we expected from this game, which is a good thing. And I'm looking forward to that because, you know, I want more larger maps. I want more pixel hunting in this game, even though I absolutely suck at this game, and I suck at pixel hunting, but, you know, if I wanted to play this game right now, I'd just probably go play an old Battlefield game and get almost the same thing, because they kind of really do remind me a little bit too much of each other, for my liking. But it's going to get better. Keep your eyes on this game if you are interested in it. I mean, I think I saw a link that you could get this game for $10. I'll see if I can track that down, put it in the description. But, I mean, for $10 and the potential this game offers, it is literally a steal. Even at $20, I could definitely see it happening. And the only fear is that the damage has been done and it's irreversible, I guess. But then I think about the fact that this game will probably have a Steam free weekend at some point. You'll see it. I think the game will actually come back in numbers once it finally is truly what it can be. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled for this game. Bye.